Meow, 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 and done. All right, that's this week's chapter all wrapped up.
Hey, Moira, what you doing?
Just finishing this latest chapter. What's up?
Wait, I thought you said I could help you.
You can, but not every video. I gotta crunch these, and I don't have time to wait while you're out haunting the neighborhood.
I don't see you keeping the crime rate down, Moira.
Anyway, I am ready to cut the VO, so if you'd like to help, you can be there for that.
Yay, let me get a honey pack.
A what? What's up, scholars? Moira here, and welcome to Book of Showtime, Chapter 82. As always, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like and share with your friends, and if you have a topic you'd like for me to cover, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below, or anywhere you can reach me on social media, or the Book of Showtime Discord. So welcome to part 6 of the October Selects, and today's installment will be offering a spotlight not on horror games and movies, but other genres of games that just throw in a really creepy level for no reason at all.
Kinda like your brain when you try to sleep.
Can you not?
What?
I'm starting to regret letting you out of the basement. You know, it's actually last time you were here, Ariom, that we briefly touched upon this trope, and I figured I'd give it more insight with this chapter. Now let's begin with a fun, whimsical game, A Hat in Time.
What an adorable game.
A Hat in Time is like if you took Super Mario 64 and made it cuter, so it's already a great game on that notion alone, and just like Super Mario 64, there's a creepy overworld for Hat Girl to visit, the Subcon Forest.
Hat Girl is such a silly name. If you were in this game, Moira, would you be a job girl?
Hey, a job girl would go pretty hard. Somebody make a mod. Now, I briefly spoke about this in the Revenge of October chapter, and
But you weren't out yet, so you have to do it again.
no, I just felt that it should be talked about again. You want to do this chapter for me since you're stepping on my toes?
Oh, well, so the Subcon Forest was creepy and stuff and had evil beings, and it's a place where evil is.
Wow, so riveting, Ariom. Very cerebral analysis.
I wasn't expected to be put on the spot, okay?
The Subcon Forest sees Hat Girl deal with the Snatcher, who contracts her to conduct a lot of tasks in order to fuel his agenda, holding her soul hostage. This chapter takes a really dark turn once you visit Queen Vanessa's castle, and now the game is Amnesia for kids. I loved Boo's Manor in Super Mario 64, so this felt completely at home for a platformer like this.
Well said, Moira.
Yeah, it's almost like this is technically my job.
Job implies you're getting paid.
Strike two, Ariom.
Wait, please, I'm so sorry.
Behave yourself. Now let's talk about a classic, Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2. Don't say it.
I wasn't going to.
Sonic Adventure 2 might actually be the greatest mid of all time. It's a very loose, jank mess of a game, but it's raw fun at the same time, and you know what? That's what gaming is all about, alright?
I'm in the mood for some raw fun of my own.
You know, I can't even get mad because I set that up. When playing as Knuckles and Rouge on their search for the missing emerald pieces, you'll encounter some haunted locations, but nothing as memorable and iconic as Pumpkin Hill. Ghosts, haunted trains, and Knuckles spitting hot fire as you explore the floating islands digging up pieces of the emerald. If anyone remembers anything on Sonic Adventure 2, it's going to be Pumpkin Hill.
Over City Escape?
If anyone remembers two things about Sonic Adventure 2, it's Pumpkin Hill and City Escape.
Radical Highway was pretty sick too, and Metal Harbor with that sick theme.
Okay, Ariom, we get it.
You don't have to yell, Moira. I have feelings too.
Whatever, you know what, since we just went over an older game, how about a newer game with Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Now, the Call of Duty games will always sprinkle a tiny bit of horror into the campaigns, albeit in a more plausible way, with more tension as opposed to creepiness, but the level emergence in Black Ops 6 takes things to 11. While initially investigating an abandoned research facility in Kentucky, your character Case falls down this elevator shaft with his gas mask rupturing and exposing him to the Cradle, a toxic bioweapon that was being developed there. Now, I've been creeped out a little playing Call of Duty before, but nothing like this. You face all types of enemies brought over from the zombies mode, including the zombies themselves, disciples, and mimics, with the Abomination sub-boss making an appearance, as well as sections where you deal with mannequins that only move when you're not facing them.
We've been seeing that in games a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, there were similar sections in Resident Evil 8's DLC, as well as Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Stan, Roxanne, Wolf.
Now who's on strike 2 this chapter?
Wait, hold on. I'm assuming the first strike was about Sonic. How does talking about Sonic make me a furry?
When you have a history like you, I just have to assume.
Hey, we've all seen some things at Newgrounds. I mean, I look at stars at night. Does that make me a NASA engineer?
What about your puppy collar?
Oh, hold on. Being puppy coded is not a furry thing. I just like to sleep all day, and I get excited when people ask me to play games.
Is that what we call it these days?
Let's just do the next entry. Gears of War 3, Mercy. Now, I've spoken about the Gears games before and their themes of horror. In Gears 3, it wasn't as tense as its predecessors with more colors and a 4-player campaign boasting more action. There really wasn't a lot of room for any creepy sections. That was until Delta Team arrives in the town of Mercy looking for fuel. Now, the town appears abandoned at first, but eventually you do encounter the town's residents and find out they've all been infected with emulsion. They've turned into Lambent humans. Now, the Lambent humans aren't as tough as locusts, but the sheer volume and speed makes this feel like a scene straight out of Dawn of the Dead or 28 Weeks Later.
Did you see the new one? I heard there's penis.
You know you can look up penis elsewhere, right? Or you can just look at your own. You don't need to go watch a zombie film for that.
Well, can I look at yours?
You know what? No. And you know what? With that, let's move on to the next game. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Or Metal Gear Solid Delta. Just like with Call of Duty, the Metal Gear Solid games always throw some horror into their games, and Snake Eater is no different. Throughout the game, you'll see and hear hints of a supposedly deceased member of the boss's Cobra unit, the Sorrow. The Sorrow was a medium who can talk to the spirits of the dead. He has one of the most unique boss fights in gaming in the sense that 1, you don't fight him, and 2, the content of the fight are based on what you've done during the game. See, the fight takes place in this spirit swamp, like Snake is kind of like dead but not dead, and you are basically being haunted by everyone you've killed to this point. So if you haven't killed anyone, you won't see anyone outside of the Cobra unit whose deaths are guaranteed no matter what.
So you didn't see anyone when you played?
What do you mean?
I know you played on very easy, Moira. I've been watching you a long time.
No, hold on. That was a long time ago. I was in high school, and it doesn't count. I wasn't a girl yet.
You do anything but accept who you really are.
Oh yeah, what am I?
A stinky furry who likes it the easy way.
Baseless accusations as usual.
So you like it the hard way, Moira?
Yeah, I've been challenging myself this year. I played a few games on hard so far, and wait a minute. You know what, let's just end on a happy note with the Time Splitters trilogy.
Why don't you 1v1 me, pretty girl? I've been practicing.
Please, I'm immortal in a lot of games, but Time Splitter isn't one of them. The Time Splitters campaigns see players taken all throughout time, facing a wide variety of enemies and an even wider variety of set pieces, a few of those featuring zombies among other scary creatures. The first Time Splitter sees players travel to 1965 to face off against the undead, fittingly only using a shotgun in a big old creepy mansion. The original Time Splitters didn't have much to offer in terms of a campaign, with every level playing the same. You navigate to the end, get an item, then backtrack to the beginning, with Time Splitters taking the place of the normal enemies. The follow-up to Time Splitters takes things back even further as players are dropped into 1895 Notre Dame as Viola, a hero who moonlights as a troubadour.
A what?
Like a French poet circus lady.
Did you just want an excuse to use that word?
No, I just think Viola is pretty cool, and I love Time Splitters. I love talking about it, I love playing it, I love asking my friends to play,
Okay, I didn't ask all that. Let's just keep on with the segment.
Rude. Anyway, Time Splitters 2 offered a little more in terms of a campaign, with actual objectives. This time around, you have to rescue plenty of barefoot bazooka-chested maidens before facing off against their captor. This time around, you'll have Lugers in addition to the shotgun, and you'll need them to take on not only just the Zeds, but the changelings and the boss characters too. Future Perfect, the third and final game in the series, had a lot more depth to its campaign, and that would drop players once again in a creepy mansion, this time in 1994 alongside Jo Beth Casey.
That slut shirt is pretty iconic if you ask me.
This game is pretty iconic if you ask me. Anyway, you're in a creepy mansion facing all types of zombies as is the norm, but now you also face off against ghosts. That's right, the mansion is haunted as well as infected to go along with a lot of other mutations you encounter along the way. The zombie levels are a staple of the Time Splitters games, and I'm privileged to have discussed them with you today.
Oh wow, look at that smile. You're glowing, Moira.
Hey, I just really love Time Splitters. Alright, scholars, thank you so much for watching this chapter. Let me know down below what creepy levels in games you like. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next chapter.
What would an IRL level be?
Honey, that's been every day since like March 2020. This is a non-stop nightmare.
I was expecting you to say jury duty or something else, but yes, this plane of existence is indeed hell.
Please, I had jury duty. They took one look at me and was like, nah, get this tranny out of here.